Burger Boys Worldwide.
He's standing in front of the net with about 8 inches of his shaft in his hand.
And burgers is all about them rules. Burgers were good to me and they're good to you.
And Crosby just whacked it off with his left hand.
Burger Boys Worldwide.
You're an announcer with a long stick from time to time.
And for me, the secret of burger is in the blends.
Come on, son, let's hear a band.
Not doing it, Dad.
I got my boys, I got my burgers, that's all I got. I need to hear a band.
Bam! Welcome back to another installment of the Burger Boys Fantasy Hockey Podcast. You're listening to us in your car, on your way to work, or at home, maybe in the hot tub. But sometimes I listen to podcasts in the hot tub, wherever you're listening. But you're listening to us for a reason, and that's why we're back with another installment. Week 6? Week 6 review.
Something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, it's your host Braden and co-host Jaeger. Jaeger, buddy, how's it going?
I'm doing all right. How about you, buddy?
Good, man. It's just still, obviously, so we're recording at 8:21 Pacific time. There's still games going on. There's still two to three. There's 3 crucial matchups still going on. But we're going to get to a point during this podcast where those games will be ended or close to ending. So we'll have a very, very good idea of who won these matchups by the time we get to basically the matchups. But we might be calling some things on air, live on air, wins live on air. Obviously, the stat corrections would be going on and stuff like that. But yeah, there'll be things happening. Right on.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I think I'm watching. I got the game on. Pettersson just scored. That does not help me, I don't think, at all. But whatever. Pettersson scored. Actually, I mean, it could end up being a win. But yeah, cool. Sorry. So I got the game on a little live there, and yeah, cool. What were we talking about, Yanks?
Nothing important, probably.
Nothing important. Yeah. Okay. So another thing, boys. I actually did it just for me, but I made an X account for the Burger Boys Hockey. It's at Burger Boy Hockey. You don't have to follow it or anything. I just did it so I could bookmark a bunch of stuff because I always see things and then I forget to talk about them on the podcast. So I bookmarked that. I don't know, Yegs, you can almost even go on your screen and go to the page and then go to the bookmarks, and then that kind of shows you a couple things to talk about and bring up. I tried to go along and bookmark everything. I'm trying to keep that account just like an algorithm of just hockey so I can get the most of it.
Yeah, looks like you already followed me.
Yeah, I did, yeah. I think got followed you, and then I got a couple of weird bots followed me too. So the chicks, the puck bunnies, right? But yeah, that's at Burger Boy Hockey. I got the handle. You could see it on the screen. Just whip that up. And yeah, right on. Without further ado, I guess we can talk a little bit of what went on in the NHL this week. Did you actually not NHL, but OHL? This guy, Landon Sim from the London Knights has been suspended 5 games for calling another player a Mennonite. Did you see that?
I did hear about that, yeah.
What's going on here? Landon Sim from the London Knights has been suspended 5 games by the OHL for calling a player a Mennonite. That's absolutely insane, man.
I mean, we can't have dangerous stuff like that in the game. So,
yeah, but we can have.
Gotta suspend the guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he learns from his experience. We can't tolerate that kind of stuff in hockey. So, good thing. Good thing he got his 5-game suspension.
Buddy, we'd be fired if we'd be fired off of our podcast if we were any bigger, if that was the case. That's I don't know. That's just soft. But I guess you can't have it in the. I guess like last year, they suspended a guy like 5 games for calling someone a pussy.
Can't have it. I mean, it's bad language, and it's it's offensive to people, and we're inclusive here.
Yeah.
It's an inclusive game, and this is an inclusive show. We don't tolerate any of that kind of stuff either.
Yeah. Another thing, obviously, your boy McJesusmeister getting his 1,000th point in the NHL at a young, ripe age of 27. Big moment, really, like 1,000. Like, dude, I have it here, right here. Connor McDavid has more career points than Jason Spezza, Phil Kessel, Paul Correa, Shane Doan, Henrik Zetterberg, Brad Marchand. Not bad for a 27-year-old. That's from Big Head Hockey. Those are guys that, like, in our era of watching hockey, man, those are like prominent stars in the league, and he's only 27 and he's already got 1,000 points on him. But obviously he's generational, right?
Yeah, I think third or fourth fastest to ever hit 1,000 points.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's third or fourth.
Fourth, but he was really close to beating Bossy. Yeah,
so it's basically 3 guys who played in the 80s, and then McJesus. Pretty good company there. Obviously one of the best to do it. And it's just sick to get to watch him.
Yeah.
Absolute beauty. McJesus.
Pleasure. Then Frank Saravelli, he tweeted he did it in 98 fewer games than Sidney Crosby, 189 fewer games than Evgeny Malkin, 211 fewer games than Alex Ovechkin among the active players. Like that's just got to put it in perspective. Like that's just absolutely insane.
And then another stat I heard as well is if Austin Matthews wants to hit 1,000 points in the same amount of games as McDavid, he'd have to score 4 points a game to do it.
Yeah.
So it's McJesus and it's everybody else in the league right now. He's one of one.
Yeah.
Just sick.
It's crazy. It's wild. And even like yeah, you got like Connor Bedard in this league, but he's not like he's not on McDavid's level. Will he get there? He'll get close to it, but I think he might be more of a Matthews type level. Maybe reaches a McKinnon at one point, which is pretty good. But I can't see because McDavid's been doing. When did he have his first 100 points? His second year.
Second year, yeah.
Yeah, so that's insane. I don't know. He's just and he's only 27. Imagine like this day and age, you can play till you're like 47 now, or not 47, but 40.
Tom Brady just about did it.
Yeah. Well, and who knows? Maybe that's a new thing with hockey players. They'll start playing until they're 47. Especially like a super athlete like McDavid, like who's just nothing but treats his body like. Yeah, Charlie was sick though.
McDavid was sick too. So
fucking Andrei Vasilevsky's fastest goalie to ever hit 300 career wins.
Yeah, stud as well, and seems to have found his mojo back this year.
Yeah, I mean he didn't start the year injured, right? So that's huge. Remember last year it was about a first month and a half, 2 months maybe he was injured. So he kind of missing training camps. Sort of same situation like Swayman's having right now. Like he expected Swayman to be a bit better, but he missed training camp. So maybe that's a little rough around the edges. Now that he's back and full throttle, full training. Freaking Nashville just scored. So you never know. He's doing good. and he has potential. It's crazy. Martin Brodeur played in the league for so long, and he's got a pretty high record. What is it, like 561 game wins or 600?
I think it's like 600.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's got to be hitting 30. Vasilevsky's over 30, right?
I think he'd be hitting 30 this year.
Yeah, and he's not even halfway to Martin Brodeur.
Yeah, it was a different game for most of Brodeur's prime.
Well, you played 76. Yeah.
Yeah, goalies played 70 games a year.
Yeah.
Where nobody does that in the NHL anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so for Leafs news, what do we got? We got Yanni Hakanapaa was activated from the LTIR ahead of their game against the Capitals this week. Another Norris contender for sure. Big free agency ad, right, that they had, one of their biggest.
One of the big ads.
Yeah, he's back. He's back on the ice in Leafs Town there.
That's good. I mean, they're looking like a future Cup winner before, and now they add a Norris candidate defenseman. I think it's good for the Leafs.
Yeah.
And another one there. The NHL is unjustly coming after Ryan Reeves.
Yeah.
Unfairly and unjustly going after Ryan Reeves for the simple hockey play of elbowing or hitting a guy directly in the head.
Yeah.
It's unfair. The league is biased against the Leafs.
An absolute, cleanest hit I've ever seen. Let's see if I can whip this up here. 1 second. You won't be able to see it, Yags, but let's see if I can.
Boy, I hate seeing that. The reaction.
It's all leggy, but it was right there. He got brutal. You can see on this image, he's on the freaking floor, dead. Bloody is all get out too. Nursey got concussed for sure there, eh? Or what? He didn't play the next game, did he?
They haven't played since this was yesterday.
Oh, this was yesterday? Okay.
Exited the game with an upper body injury.
So, yeah, he had a conky, right?
But, yeah, NHL unfairly going after the Leafs. They brought in Reeves, I think, for an in-person hearing.
Oh, yeah. You got 5 games. You got 5 games, I see.
Is that official, or is that just what everybody's talking?
Pretty sure I seen an official. I'm not 100%, but you think it's 5 games, right? It was pretty gruesome.
Oh, yeah, he was given 5 games.
Yeah, I think that was a fairly easy one to justify. Anything more? Here we got, Lars Eller got traded back to the Capitals by the Pittsburgh Penguins for 2 draft picks. Pretty minor league stuff. I mean, he played there before. That was at the most of the trades that happened this week, but Penguins are basically. I've seen that they've basically let it known that they're just ready to fire sale their whole team except for Sidney Crosby.
Which, if you're doing that, you might as well.
Yeah.
Just, you don't want to see Sid's last couple of years on just a dog shit team.
Yeah. No, exactly. Right on. Anything else to more talk about for the NHL this week?
Nothing I can think of.
There's a great scrap between Jonah Gadjevich and Brendan Dillon. It was unreal. It was an awesome little hockey. It was just a classic hockey scrap. It was awesome this week.
I'll have to go find it.
Yeah. I seen Crosby's 1 goal away from 600 goals in his career. Ovechkin ripped off a freaking hat trick tonight.
He did, yeah.
29 away.
Seems to be ticking them down pretty quick. I mean,
Yeah. Might get it before Christmas. Might get it before the end of this podcast.
he might. But see if that game's still going on.
No, I think it's done. Because it was an empty net
Yeah,
goal he
done.
scored, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's
Next game.
just when you think he's washed, he's not. He's unwashed.
Acting unwashed, eh?
Freaking unwashed. Right on. Winnipeg Jets, they lost 2 games this week, hey? Seen that?
Jets are cooked.
They're cooked. They're donezo.
Season's over. Leafs are winning the cup.
What else we got here? We got Toronto Maple Leafs 7-2, won their last 10. They won 2 in a row. They beat the Oilers. Hey, we got to talk about that. Overtime.
Yeah. Future Stanley Cup final preview. And I think the score of the game is kind of the series will go 4-3 Leafs.
Overtime, game 7.
Game
Mitchie Marty tucks her away for the cup winner.
I think that's exactly how it's going to go
Just
down.
the comeback story of the ages.
Mitchie Marnies.
What else we got here? Boston Bruins look like shit still. That's about the extent of the Atlantic. The Metropolitan. Carolina's just kind of chugging along. They're doing good. 8-2-0 in the last 10. They've won 2 in a row. New Jersey Devils 7-3-0 last 10. Washington Capitals 7-2-1 the last 10. Metropolitans, they've got some good guys going right now. Philadelphia Flyers have won 3 in a row, so they're kind of climbing out of a bit of a hole. They're 6-3-1 in the last 10. 500 hockey. Pittsburgh still sucks. Despite losing 2 in a row, the Winnipeg Jets are 7-3-0 in the last 10. Minnesota Wild 6-3-1. You got Dallas Stars winning 3 in a row. They're getting back on the saddle. The rest of that division is not really looking that great. Pacific, we got pretty minor stuff. Edmonton's starting to do a little bit better, 6-3-1. They're kind of climbing out. They obviously stomped the Canucks. That was a week ago, but we already talked about that.
I mean, how much better are the Oilers going to look when Darnell Nurse is out of the lineup?
Yeah.
Win streak starts now.
Despite the Canucks looking like just every time I'm watching them, they look like shit. Somehow they're still 9-4-3 on the season, 6-3-1 in the last 10. But if you can ask any Canucks fan, you're just thinking like, the product just does not look good. it's weird, but we're getting a good record somehow.
Who cares how they look? Just got to win them.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Maybe they'll climb out of this hole and look better, right? Right on. That's about the extent of the standings. I guess rock into some matchups, or are we talking about some trade? You want to talk about some trades that happened in the league first?
Yeah, should probably do that. Give the because still got that one game heading into the third. Give it some time to see if anything happens. So run through the trades first.
Yeah. Well, you got the trades up. Okay. So what did we talk about? We talked about that Brett Howden trade, that minor league trade.
I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
We had to start Logan Thompson.
yeah. So this one was kind of funny. Logan Thompson, round 14 for Vladimir Tarasenko in a round 5. Logan Thompson I drafted him, I think, in the 8th round this year. I dropped him to win a matchup. Had the opportunity to pick him up myself. He was free in free agency. Pick a backup, I could have. So this guy was free, and then I guess he's winning a lot of games for the Capitals. His save percentage isn't good, but he's starting to put up some points. So he got a fifth. Sedin and Limbo like really asset managed the fuck out of that, right? Like to get a free player and get a 5th round pick for him right off the hop.
Picked him up a week before the trade.
Yeah.
And then get the 5th round out of him. That's good business right there. Looks like Logan Thompson was passed around a bit.
Yeah, like
you drafted him, then Sedin picks him up. Sedin drops him. -1 picks him up, drops him.
Like he was available about 2 days prior to the trade, right? No, about a week prior to the trade, I guess.
Yeah.
Or a week. Yeah. He was available, and I thought it was just crazy that a 5th round was the cost. But obviously, Miners needed a goaltender. And like, you know what, Logan Thompson's been getting him some points. He's been getting I think he got 2 starts out of Logan Thompson. So not too shabby on Sedin Limbo's part. Jury's still out if he's worth the 5th round pick, but I feel like you could make that trade not being a 5th round pick, but whatever.
Yeah. Probably could have got him for less.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I mean, if Logan Thompson ends up getting this, takes over the job, becomes more of a number 1 instead of sharing the workload with Lindgren there and Washington, who looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It could end up working out.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's trade happened. Sedin Limbo Miners Millions, and then Sedin and Limbo keeper hardly know her. Veggie Milkers had a 41 save event. I know all too much about this week. It was just a random a pickup for keeper hardly knower, and then the next day he goes and trades him to Sedin and Limbo, and then puts up only 9 points.
This
I don't know.
I'm not sure what this one, because I mean it was picked up again like 4 or 5 days before the trade.
No, a day, I think. Day or 2. Tuesday.
3 days. 3 days. Tuesday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, so he was added Tuesday to play on the Wednesday, because I was looking at Veggie Milkers to add, but I had to wait till midnight to add him because I didn't have a guy to drop for him. And then obviously Keeper Hardly Nowhere got him, and then obviously I'm playing Keeper Hardly Nowhere. I'm a little bit too invested into this Veggie Milker situation than I should be. But yes, Veggie Milker got added and then traded for an 11th round pick. Seems like I think Sedin and Limbo just traded for him for that start on that Friday. He didn't have a guy, and it's a Friday start. So I think he paid that 11th round pick was the cost of having a Friday start. And I believe, my goaltender's getting lit up. Canucks are down 4-2 now.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I think I lost this matchup. Okay. So that was that trade. Carol Veggie Milker for Eric Robertson around 11. Then you got today trying to. I was down 50 points. I was trying to weasel my way. I was out of ads, and I was trying to get some last minute ads through trades. So I traded Brock Faber for Dmitry Orlov. I know, you got the stud kid out of Minnesota named Brock Faber. Logs 28 minutes a night for the Minnesota Wild. Fairly good player last year for them. I think he had about 40 points. But this guy, he's been nothing but a peripheral ghost in fantasy hockey this year, and it's been tough owning the guy. So I just used him to grab Dmitry Orlov off you, Yags.
Yeah, I kind of just saw this deal and yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
'Cause Orlov's like, I was just kind of streaming him.
Yeah.
Because Carolina they had 2 weeks in a row where they played 4 games a week.
Yeah.
So I kind of just rode that along.
Yeah.
I didn't need him today.
No.
So yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I was glad you did that because Dmitry Orlov gave me 10 points. He gave me a bit of hope heading into the final game of the night. So that was pretty awesome. But seems like it's not really doing too much in the long run. But you know what? I was ready to drop Brock Faber anyway, so it was like you were ready to drop. You probably would have dropped Orlov this coming week. I was probably calling him a loss with Brock Faber. At this point, Brock Faber I don't think would have any trade value.
He had some trade value. He had Dmitry Orlov trade value.
Yeah, exactly. A guy on a Sunday start. Tyler, I saw this one. I sent a trade off to like about 8 people today. So I made that Brett Howden trade last week where I got a 17th round pick for Rototiller's 18th round pick, and I gave him I basically got Brett Howden for a 17th round pick. So I just took that 17th round pick, and to whoever gave me their player that was playing tonight, got the 17th round pick from Rototiller or whatever. So I got Tyler Myers. Whoop-de-doo. Got another start. I got another player playing for tonight to try to make some magic going. He got 2 points. -1.
So 2 points.
-1. So I was hoping for a better player, but Sedin and Limbo was trying to like negotiate with me, and I'm like, no, dude, I'm not negotiating. I'm just. He's like, oh, I think I should get a little bit more back for the player or whatever. I was like, man, he's like, what can you offer or something? And I was like, here's what I can offer. You take this trade and I drop this guy at midnight tonight, or like, because that's what I'm gonna be doing, or just leave it because I'm not negotiating more than a 17th round pick or a 16th round pick, whatever I was offering. I was like. Anyways, I got that, and then like 2 seconds later, he was like, "Oh, thinking about it," and then I was like, "No, I already made a deal for Tyler Myers." So I was willing to deal.
This is gonna be hell for me when I'm dealing with the draft next year. If these trades become even more commonplace, figure out whose 17th round pick belongs to fucking who. I'm not going to enjoy it.
Oh man, it's just the league is just getting. This league is so it's tough, man. Like it's just a bloodbath. It feels like every week. Everyone's just giving them. And this is exactly what we want, but it's been tough even for me. I mean, I started 4-0 and now 4-2 most likely. We got one more period left, but it's looking like I'm heading down to that route. And it's just this last 2 weeks has just been. I've freaking started really hating my team because they're just not scoring goals when I want them to fucking score goals.
They need to skate faster and shoot better.
Yeah, like, man, it's just like I gotta do like a press release. I gotta call these motherfuckers out, like Clayton Keller. I'll call them out when it gets to my matchup, but it's actually I can't call it Svechnikov anymore. He started lighting it up there for me. But it's been tough, and you know what? It's been fun, to say the least. It's been stressful, but it's been fun having to duke it out with these guys. I mean, I lost to Martin last.
I prefer it the old way. Just set lineup, get it,
run through,
and don't worry about it. Win by 200,
and then
lose to Aho in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, then it was like no one understood like the goalie adding and shit. So it's like there was always a goalie to add on a Friday night. Like, you know, people weren't as fast as you. Like, you could go after work, you can add a guy. Whereas like now it's like I'm like I don't know, man. We got too many guys who work on computer like. They work at a desk with like computers open and shit. So as soon as the goaltender's like announced, you got Sedin and Limbo, Aho, all these guys freaking grabbing goaltenders, and it's like, fuck, I do work, man.
I work so hard.
Like, I work.
And seems like people are up earlier too.
Yeah.
Like usually I'm up around 6:30.
Yeah.
I can make an ad first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I look, somebody's making an ad at 3 in the morning.
I always already got the goaltender like at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just. Yeah, and then you don't want to be that guy that's trying to guess goaltenders too before they're announced, because that always bites you in the ass.
Usually does, yeah.
But, right on. Well, that's kind of cool. We got some trade. We got a week of, 4 trades in 1 week. Albeit them being very minor trades. A lot of them. I mean, actually, a 5th round pick and an 11th round pick got moved. So, Brock Faber was my rookie keeper this year, so that's pretty significant for me to be able to unload him. I'm hoping he. I don't know what your plans are with him. You're gonna run him at least a week. See how it goes.
I have no idea.
You haven't even looked. Maybe if watch Minnesota's got like one of those rare 5-game weeks.
Let's see. And they play Tuesday.
Like, look at his stat line though. Like 2 points, 27 minutes a night, 26 minutes a night. Just peripheral.
Just out for a skate.
Just out for a skate. Exactly, a skate. Just.
Oh, he's gonna fit in great on my team then. That's what we do. We go for a skate. Have you owned Adam Fox?
No, I haven't. But actually, I think I've had Adam Fox before, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
The king of just out for a skate.
I love when you look at the chat or whatever, because I got a bunch of guys that are putting up donuts every night, and I look at the chat, the Yahoo chat on them, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, just out for a skate again, are you?" Cardio, getting your fucking cardio in.
Yeah, getting your cardio.
Oh man, my goaltender.
Jason Robertson's good for that too, because he's on that can't cut list.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Everyone's like, what do I do with this fucking guy? He's just doing his cardio.
You can trade him, but as soon as you trade him, it's just
he's gonna go nuts.
Going the opposite way, right? I guess we can head into the matchups. I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, might as well.
Do you want to save the close matchups for the end, or the ones that we can't call? There's one right now that I'm looking at, like it's within 7 points, and the other one
5 points.
5 points, and then the other one mine I think we can almost settle it, but not quite. And then -1 and Marner's Millions. That one's pretty much done for sure, I would think. Marner's Millions guy must have scored, because that one was a lot closer. That one was a lot closer than what it was.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty much done. Start with mine, I guess. Mine was decided a little earlier.
Yeah.
So
like a week ago.
Pretty much, dude. So I had a bye week this week, which is nice. Get the guys rested.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's healthy.
Yeah.
No, I beat the fraud himself, Rototiller, 453.75 to 358.
Yeah.
These numbers we say might not be perfect because we're still second intermission on Nashville, Vancouver. I don't think either of us have any of those players, so I think it is
it's tough.
Decided. It was, yeah, he doesn't have anybody. If he had a guy going, maybe he could pull up 100 points.
You nearly 100-burgered him.
Yeah, it sucks I didn't get the full 100.
Yeah.
Would have been nice. Nice to have that security blanket. You never really feel comfortable winning your matchup unless you have one of those.
Yeah. Really. You could do yeah, especially with Rototiller, if he was close, he'd be doing what I was doing and making trades. He'd be trading his first round pick for a guy just to get actually it's funny, how the Brett Howden trade happened? I tried to trade back for Brett Howden in the same trade, but he didn't answer. I think he's probably sad, so he hasn't been on the app all day and seen it. But I was trying to trade for Brett Howden back, and guess who scored a goal tonight? Brett fucking Howden. So if I were to have Brett Howden over Tyler Myers, I'd have one more goal over. That would have been a lot closer in my matchup. But
Could have kept him. Could have just never done it because he had like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday schedule.
yeah, I know. I should have not made that trade. Really, I just don't like Brett Howden, so I wouldn't have kept him. I was dropping Brett Howden like right after that trade. Anyways,
Just to trade for him back.
yeah. So this one, I mean, it was never close. Rototiller just absolutely brutal. You had a big week from Rasmus Dahlin, Leon Draisaitl, 50 points. Great week all around for just all of your guys. Really, you had a nice,
Had a nice little week.
consistent week. Looking good. You got decent goaltender play. Alex Gorgiev, he's on IR now. He's dead.
Just when he started to look good.
So I dropped a Noonan this fucking man. Whatever. I don't give a shit.
This happened. Yeah, it happened like yesterday. They put him on there. He was looking good too until it happened.
Yeah.
Like we just started to figure it out again.
I know you had a couple weeks there where he's looking good. That's for sure. Well, with the Rototiller, like with a name like that, his strategy is usually to dig himself into holes deeper into the standings. So, I mean, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Trocheck had a pretty good week for him.
Yeah, that's his only guy, though.
Adrian Kempe. That's another
Adrian
guy.
Kempe. Yeah, that is a guy as well, yeah. Rototiller, he's 4-2 still, but I'm 4-2, he's 4-2. We're basically the same team, same frauds.
Basically the same team, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I hate to beat the guy when he's down. No, I love to.
Yeah. Don't even pretend. Don't even pretend.
Anything more? You got more things to say to him? Like, have you talked to him? Is he like he's not? He's been radio silent here.
Yeah, he wasn't even chirping during the week.
Yeah, I think this
like usually.
I think this dry November that he's doing is it's getting to him, man.
It's definitely reducing his
drive.
Definitely reduce his drive for sure. Yeah.
His Burger Boy drive.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he used radio silence in the group chat.
Yeah, I think he did at one point say that he was a fraud or something about his team sucked or something. But yeah, it wasn't a normal week. You think that it was versing you? He would have been talking a little bit more, and he said ugh.
Yeah, that's about.
Oh, my team is incredibly awesome. Yeah, so a little sad.
He was a little sad. I was hoping for something out of him. Like he's just been.
I mean,
Are you fucking vaping?
I got a free vape from a fucking from that store that I go to for those pouches, but I don't have any more pouches left. So I got a vape.
Jeez, fucking vaping.
Yeah.
Jesus. That just about ruins the show.
Yeah, I know, buddy. Got to get some nicotine in me though. I got to deal with this shit. To deal with this podcast, it needs some nicotine.
Speaking of this shit, you didn't get a W this week, buddy. We're calling this one, eh? You're cooked.
Yeah, did you refresh it? I think they're in intermission right now.
They are still in intermission, but I'll refresh it again for you. Nope, you're still losing.
Okay, so this one, tough one. Like I said, man, I had a bunch of guys that were just not going. And when I say that they're not going, like I still scored 417 points, whatever. Probably more by the end of the week, by the end of the night, or maybe less because Lankinen's at minus points right now. So I just, man, I got Clayton Keller, Carter Verhaeghe. Literally, Carter Verhaeghe is one of the worst. He's just skating for cardio. Like, he's just out there just, I don't know what. This team's like winning 5-1, 6-2. Like, this guy, like, hasn't done anything since like one of the games in Finland, but that was like his one game where he was like really good. It's been brutal. And Clayton Keller, he started off awesome. I was like, yes, I finally have Clayton Keller on my roster. This is sick. Finally got Verhaeghe on my roster. I'm like, man, Lucas Raymond, he's gonna be sick for the Detroit Red Wings. Just got paid. Like, it's gonna be awesome. No, those guys are all going out for skates. Like, it's brutal, man. You look at the roster and you think that you should be scored a lot more, but I think I had more fun having guys like Rototiller, where I was trying to plug them into my lineup each and every day, finding diamonds in the rough. Now that I got like this supposed to be upper echelon of skill, it's been more of a burden.
Start dropping guys and picking up third liners and fourth liners.
I have been. That's what I have been. Then those are the guys. Look at my team, man. I got 40 points from Jordan Stahl, and like 30 points from Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Like, it's been.
Oh, Jordan Stahl is sick. Always has been.
Yeah, I might actually keep him on my roster. He was actually really good. Like, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, man, 31 points from him. Like, those are guys that are doing it. Pius Sutter. 22 points. Like, I was getting those guys are Svechnikov. At first, I was going to call Svechnikov out, but since he's been shooting the puck a lot, so it's been good. I got to call up David Pastrnak. Man, he's just out for he had one really good game, but man, he's been out for a skate recently. It's annoying the fuck out of me. Kyle Connor had one. Kyle Connor, I can't get mad at Kyle Connor. He's been sick this year, but this week he had one really good game, and then the rest were just duds. See, look at that. See what I mean? 4-4, 25, 1-1. You look at the grand scheme of things, you're like, oh, he had like look at that last little bit. He's been sick this year, but he's just been lately.
Yeah, it's some of these guys that you rely on for points, like
Clayton Keller.
They're not hitting or blocking shots as much as some other guys are.
Yeah, it's true.
And if they're going to a scoring slump, you're kind of boned.
Yeah, and then goaltenders like Shesterkin's, he's been looking bad recently too. Jonathan Quick got a shutout today, so that doesn't help the fact of the matter.
Yeah, Kevin and Lankinen not doing too good for you today.
Yeah, minus 0.75. That's awesome.
Hey, at least it's not like minus 10.
Yeah, it could be. It could be by the end of the night. I've had minus 10 from Artur Shilovs before. I'm surprised I went back to that well this week. Copy points.
Right.
No, it's
there's
a
not
tough.
many goalies left on the wire.
I guess we never really had. Oh shit! I guess we never really announced what the score was in this matchup. Or I guess we can't really totally, but I'm like down 417 to 440 to 450. So even with at one point, so before this Canucks game started, I was like getting right there, like, and I had way more guys playing right now than he does, and I was like, okay, if Kevin Lankinen has a good game and maybe Pius Sutter scores a goal, I'm gonna win this. And then somehow his one or two guys that are playing right now are outlasting my four guys. So it's just like, okay, the dream was dead. And keeper, you played a hard fought battle. You got to thank Veggie Milkers for getting you like 41 points the one night. This would have been a whole different story, I guess, if you didn't get that Veggie Milker ad. But that's good managers, they always win, and you're going to 4-2, and I'm going down to 4-2. So I think Keeper Hardly Knower's got a really good team on his hand as well. Of course, McDavid. Did you see how much points he got this week? Like 60 points. Of course, I got McDavid right out of his injury. That was tough.
Yeah.
60 points.
Yeah, you don't like to see that.
Yeah, and you know that from here on, it was just like last year. McDavid had got injured, and then right after the injury is like when he just started just piling the points up.
Well, it's McJesus. He's always going to pile the points on. It's just kind of what he does.
But no, Keeper's doing good. Good matchup. It was a good, hard-fought battle. But I maintain that I actually, you know what's funny? I was up, I think it was 60 or 80 points after the first 2 days. Like I got a massive lead on him, and then that Veggie Milkers thing happened, and my team scored 25 points the one day, and his team scored like 125 points. It was ridiculous. So just on like a Wednesday night, I was like, holy hell, I'm in for one. After 2 days, I was like feeling pretty good, and then but
And it all fell apart.
I had like guys like I had Jesper Kotkaniemi and Jordan Stahl just like ripping it for me, and I was like, oh, I'm so fucking fired up for this. And then boom, all my stars. And then I was like, oh, I got all my stars. David Pastrnak playing. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. No, I just, as much as I want to be like Aho, I'm never gonna be like Aho. I won't even be like Keeper Hardly Knower. I'm just average. My team's a fraud. I think it is a fraud. I really do believe that. So far, I just had too much of an emotional high at 4-0 that I thought I was, and then coming on. I beat Aho, and then it's just been down from there. So it's just anyways.
Have you won since then?
No, I've lost 2 in a row.
Oh yeah, shit.
2 in a row.
Huh.
Threw up a dud against Mariners. That's what I mean. This is why I'm so critical, is because it's been 2 weeks now. It hasn't just been 1 week of my guys not showing up. At least Svechnikov showed up this week, which I was happy to see. But it's been rough. And the whole goaltender, these boys, like, so Keeper Hardly Knower and is one of the guys that's able to add goaltenders before you even have a second to add them. So I don't know. Even like I have these things on notifications as well, and I still cannot beat these guys at adding guys. So it's definitely
It's probably the old desk job, probably.
Yeah.
Soft hands.
Soft hands.
Ain't got to do a 48-hour shift at the ball crushing factory.
Yeah. Okay, we can move on.
Probably have no idea. Have no idea who Larry Sims is.
Yeah.
And they're making ads.
Yeah. Anyways, we can move on from my matchup. I've said my piece. I'm looking to rebound, but it hasn't been a good 2 weeks in fantasy hockey land for me. Mixed in my fantasy football team too. It's a whole nother story. I was just on an emotional high of like, okay, at least I got my fantasy hockey. It's looking good. Nope, can't even have that either. Whatever. It's a long season. It's a long season. It just gets me right turned up. Oh, and then I love last podcast. I said I was like, oh, I'm looking for a center. And then I had like 3 or 4 offers for Andrei Svechnikov and a left wing, right wing eligibility player who's like, he's like ranked 100 or whatever on the season, a little bit of down week that he had. And people are just sending me these brutal offers, and then they're like, you're overestimating Svechnikov. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't want to add your center that's got like ranked 40 on the year in the first 6 weeks of the season, like that you added on free agency. Sorry, bud. Like, I drafted Svechnikov in the second round, and then this week Svechnikov proved that he's a top tier player. But I did not say. Did I say that I was looking to trade Svechnikov? Because everyone was trying to get Svechnikov. I don't think I did.
So Mark Kastelik wasn't enough to get Andrei Svechnikov off you?
No. Did you offer? Did you make an offer too?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just.
Oh yeah.
Kastelik's the first guy I think of when you describe that.
How did Mark Kastelik? How's he still high up in that thing? Because I've added Mark Kastelik before, and I've gotten like 0 fucking points out of the guy, and I'm like, how is he still like ranked 40?
Well, I think he puts up points every now and then. It's just not when you pick him up.
Yeah, he just picks him up. He picks him up for the bench, for the free agency list, team free agent. Anyways, next matchup.
Actually, now that I think about it, I am going to go pick up Mark Kastelik and offer him to you.
Yeah, do it. I was getting a little bent out of shape about that. It was just one night. I was just like, I'm not making a shitty deal. People don't understand that, like, I drafted a guy in the second, I forget, or he might have been the third round, but I drafted him high. I'm not going to just devalue his value from that spot at week 6 in the season. So I'm not like, I don't know. And a left wing, right wing guy, I mean, that's a pretty valuable guy to have on your roster.
You putting anybody on blast, or?
No, I won't.
Can I guess and you can say yes?
No. We'll just leave it at that. We've been talking about my team for far too long. No one wants to hear this shit. They don't want to hear me rant and bitch and complain about my shitty ass team.
I think they want to hear people get put on blast for sending bad trade offers.
No.
I mean, I already know who it is.
No. Next matchup, Dash 1 versus Marner's Millions. Can we get a refresh just to make sure this is the score? Yeah.
And we're sitting with 12:47 left in the third for the people listening at home. I think we can call this one.
Yeah. This
Dash 1, Marner's Millions.
Heading into our
Got 3 people left.
Yeah, heading into like our podcast, this one was like, I think within an earshot, maybe 10 points. Like, what happened? Something happened in this that.
Steven Stamkos and his 2 goals.
Oh yeah, Steven Stamkos the 2 goals and Ryan O'Reilly. So that just totally washed away the aspiration of Dash 1. So we're calling it right now. Currently at 9:12, 406.5 Marner's Millions to Dash 1's 376.75. It's kind of like the election, eh? Like you call the call the writing. So we're calling this. Obviously, can go up from there, or it can go down. But
I mean, if it's anything like the election, they can just keep counting points 2 weeks later.
That's true.
And it still counts.
That's true. I've seen they're just like giving Kamala like a bunch of extra votes, like, but it doesn't count though. It's already been called, but they just keep on counting them, and they're just counting them, and it's just like, where are they getting the? And then they're like, oh, we found like 50,000 more votes over here. Like, where are you finding these things? You lost. You fucking lost.
Back to the matchup. Sorry.
Derailing.
Dragging us out of there.
Yeah, Dash 1.
Yeah, right. Dash 1, total fraud. Not who we thought he was.
4 losses in a row now. 4 losses.
Not ideal.
What do you got to make of his team? I don't know. Does he make a trade? Does he let it ride? Like, I mean, he's expansion team. What do you like? You don't really want to be too aggressive, especially with 4 losses in a row.
You got to switch something up, I think.
Yeah.
You might just need a different look.
He had a friend of the show, Luke Shen, on his podcast too, or on his. He got 18 points from his team.
Might be the greatest.
Just love to see
greatest fantasy player, greatest fantasy player of all time.
This is now the Luke Shen time of the podcast where we acknowledge Luke Shen as a friend of the pod and just an all around great guy. Huge bush.
Yeah, we haven't brought him up in a while.
No, yeah, he hit 1,000 games, and then we never really talked about it. But he's on Dash One's roster. If anything, if Dash One wants to make a comeback tonight, this is the guy that's gonna lead the charge here.
Did you try and trade for him today?
No, I didn't. I should have. No, because I knew Dash One was close enough, so I didn't use him as a trading partner.
Oh, Luke Shen. You probably would have won.
I probably would have won. I think he's got a -1. Oh, he's got. I don't know what he is actually on the day. That's all what he is on the week.
That's what he is on the week. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, tough sled for Dash One. Marner's Millions. I think, man, he's got to be up to almost a 4-win streak right now. Maybe 3-win streak. He's really humming along right now.
Yeah, he's just
Buzzing. 39 points from his Logan Thompson, the guy he acquires. So maybe we thought the 5th-round pick was too much, but maybe this guy's just genius. Maybe he saw talent where talent was, and it was worth it. He's got 2 starting. If he can hold on to the reins of the starting in Washington, the way that Washington's rolling right now, just, maybe it is a really good pick, really. And maybe I'm an idiot for dropping him too soon. I probably am. If I had Logan Thompson,
early to call, I think, on it, but
yeah,
see how it goes.
But whatever. Miners Millions, congrats on the win, buddy. Dash One, better luck next week. Next matchup.
Save this one for last.
Oh yeah, because that one's whole. Right now, currently live on the podcast, we got a really close one. Mac O'Lantern at 412.5 to Dirty Dancers 410.25. So we will bring that one back up at the end of our matchups just to see if we can get a bit of more accurate thing. It's way too early to call. Way too early to call.
Too close.
They're still counting. Still counting points there, and even we might not even be able to call it by the end of this podcast because you know the stat corrections and everything.
Yeah, you never know what you go to bed. You never know what the Democrats are going to do to change this matchup.
West Coast Express versus Sedin and Limbos. What were you going to say?
Speaking of frauds,
yeah, Sedin Limbo came publicly on the podcast last week, and we kept him on the pod until he could review this matchup. And I think this is what happened. Correct me if I'm wrong, Yags. I was like, Jensen, are you going to stay on the podcast just to review your next matchup? And this is the words he said. You can go back in the podcast and whether, but it's something along the lines of, this will be a quick one. I'll stay for this. He made this seem like he was just gonna roll over this guy. Easy dub. No way, Jose. I called this on the last podcast. I took Gator 6 times in a row. I'm the Gator's biggest fan on this podcast. And what do you know? Gator comes out with just the clutchest win of them all. Take down the fraud. Sedin in Fraudo.
Gator needs a scat, you punk ass bitch.
This is big win for Gator for sure.
There's nothing better.
First one on the season for him. Congrats, buddy.
1-5. Unreal.
It all starts from here. You just got to keep winning from here.
Keep plugging it.
Dream's not dead.
You know what? We were kind of stroking Sedin in Limbo off on the last podcast. Saying he had a better team than what he thought. I think we anti-podcast bumped him for sure. That's. I mean, I think you get a couple wins and then reality sets in and you get curb stomped by Gator, an 0-5 Gator. That's a tough look. That is a tough look.
Just It's not a great look.
But Gator comes out. I mean, I think he's going probably at least 10 in a row.
The distance.
I think he's going the distance from here. I'm going to keep taking him every matchup. I knew it.
Let me know how that works.
I knew he was going to end up winning at one point, and I'm glad I got him. I think I'm pretty sure we're fighting on who is going to take Gator here, because we were kind of both agreed that we're like, oh, this might be one that he actually might win.
I honestly can't remember.
I can't remember.
I doubt it. Honestly, I doubt I took the 0-5 guy. Heading
No, you did, because I definitely did, because I took Gator. I take Gator every time.
It looks like I was wrong this week. Wrong to put my faith into Sedin. I should have known better, honestly.
Didn't I take you in your matchup? I'm pretty, or is that something else? I'm pretty sure I might have taken you and forced you to take Rototiller.
No, I think I went first and I took Rototiller because I just come off a loss last week going into this week. So my season was over and I was never going to win another game.
And now it's back. Your season's back. You did score quite a bit of points. You did score second most points on the week, though, too. Shout out that.
See how it goes. Next matchup?
Yeah. Flyhammer versus
scoring defensive battle.
Yeah, I mean, you got Flyhammer here. He's squeaked out now 3 wins, so this is his 3rd win. 286.25 to Larry Love's 239.5. Flyhammer, there's a very, very good chance that Flyhammer doesn't win another game until he faces Larry Love again.
He's not looking good. I mean, he hasn't looked. He's lucky he's playing Larry Love this week.
He's sitting at 3-3 right now. He does have Elias Pettersson, and Elias Pettersson is starting to ramp up. He just scored another goal tonight. He's starting to really ramp up, so maybe that's his saving grace. Maybe Swayman can actually save a puck. Who knows?
Because up until then, Elias Pettersson was just like butt cheeks, like Mike Tyson at the Jake Paul fight, walking away from the camera, butt cheeks.
Yeah. Oh man, did you see there's a streaker at the Grey Cup? Did you see that? There's a streaker there at the Grey Cup.
I did see that.
And it was a woman. We don't normally get women streakers, but it was all right.
Equal rights, equal opportunity streaking.
Yep.
Burger Boys believes in equal opportunity streaking.
Yeah, she just had the titties out there for all the kids to see. She must have had a parlay or something. I don't think you can bet on that anymore after that guy got caught.
Caught doing that?
Yeah.
And his fines, I think, weren't his fines. No, his fines were less than the money he won.
Yeah, but they didn't pay him out because he tampered. You're not allowed to tamper with a bet because he bragged about it. He should never have bragged about it.
Yeah, I think you kind of. I mean, I like seeing a man of action, somebody that goes and gets things done.
Yeah, but you can't
be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, you
gotta be quiet about it.
Put a couple $100,000 on a streaker during the Super Bowl, and then go and streak it yourself. Don't brag about it on Facebooks or the Twitters or the Instagrams. Anyways, back to this matchup. Flyhammer beats Larry Love. And we can move on. I don't really have anything more to say. Yeah. It's not worth my time.
Not too much. Low scoring defensive matchup. Neutral zone trap. 1-3-1.
Yeah. New
Jersey Devils hockey.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Flyhammer gets the win. Pickle Peppers. Dust Show. 432.25 to 365.75. Pickle Pepper 6 a win. Dust Show goes 3-3. Pickle Peppers goes 4-2. Not bad.
Yeah, Peppers just keeps chugging along. I mean, another good week for him.
Yeah.
He's certainly up there.
Yeah, this matchup.
show, not the best week.
When I looked at this matchup, I think maybe before yesterday, so before Saturday, I believe this matchup was a little bit closer looking than what it ended up actually being. But Pickle Peppers just ran away with it with the what do we call like the witching hour, like like Saturday night to Sunday. That's like the witching hour. Like that's like
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. When wins become losses and losses become wins. Shout out to Red Zone.
Exactly, yeah. Shout out Red Zone. Shout out Scott Hansen.
Anyways, yeah, Pickle Peppers keeps chugging along. Good week. 4-2. Like I said, Dust Show 3-3. Not too worried about Dust Show. He puts up performances when he needs to, and he didn't put up one this one, but he's going to come back and he's having an all right season. It's okay in Dust Show world. It's not
DEFCON 1. Yeah.
It's not Flyhammer or Larry Love territory by any means. Man, I won.
I mean, even if you are in that territory, see how quickly it turns around. Look at Gator.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Gator is 0-5.
Went from 0-5 to the hottest team in the league.
No doubt. Next matchup. Oh, man. Buddy. Aho, let's go. 506.5 points currently to Hipsters and Hoes, 343 points. I'm on record for saying Hipsters and Hoes had a good team this year, and he had nothing to worry about. Things like that. I was on record for saying that, and I mean, I guess you're playing Aho, and then eventually you just got to cut your losses, and you're just not thinking straight. But he just got thrashed by. I mean, no one was beating Aho this week. Obviously, you got a Rantanen hat trick, Jack Eichel going off, Braden Shen just like Zetterlund with another great week. Michael Granlund, somehow he's got the two best San Jose Sharks that ever lived. Stolarz,
greatest goalie that ever lived.
Yeah, and then pre podcast, Yags, I mentioned this to you, and I feel like you agreed with me. So earlier today, the news came out. Philadelphia Flyers goaltender Samuel Ersson, he's placed on the IR. This guy named Ivan Fedotov, drafted by Jaeger. Rough start to the year. Brutal.
Worst goalie ever.
Yeah, brutal start. Jaeger drops him. He ends up playing really good of recently. A couple good games, and then we see this Aho let's go ad. He didn't get to use him this week, but I'm just focusing on this because this is exactly how things with Aho go. Ivan Fedotov, mark my words, is just going to be insane for Aho going forward because Ersson's out. He's going to be getting the majority of the starts, and now he's on Aho's team. Aho added him today, even though he used one of his ads he didn't need to add for today. He added this for the future, and he's now just going to go on a light. He's probably going to win the Hart Memorial Trophy from here on out. And Aho has just got another one. He's got another one. This is what's happening.
Yep. Most likely.
Unfortunately. Seems like Aho hits lightning in a bottle with all these guys. It's Aho's league, and we're just living in it.
We're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Narrating it.
No doubt. What's our matchup looking like in Dirty Dancers country? Okay, so
we're sitting with 2 minutes left in the third right now.
Sorrows with a win, though. Right?
Vancouver's only down by 1, buddy. This is your team. Don't give up on the dream.
Maybe I turned actually the game off, but off my phone because it was distracting me. But yeah, so they're only down by 1, eh? 2 minutes left.
They're only down by 1 with 2 minutes left.
Okay, so
See if I can
you see.
hold it.
So this is what we're looking at, guys. So right now, currently 9:29. Oh, we got Mac-O-Lantern 3-2. Mac-O-Lantern versus Dirty Dancers 2-3. Dirty Dancers of late has won 2 in a row, looking to get 3 in a row here versus Mac-O-Lantern. Currently, as it sits at 9:30, Dirty Dancers has UC Soros in net, down 4 points. They're up 4-3 with
140 left in the third period.
149 left in the third period. Basically, if Dakota Joshua ties the game, and then Canucks...
Vancouver had a chance. They got it in the zone. Oh, Nashville clears it back out. Do you want play-by-play for the last minute?
Yeah, hit up the play-by-play.
Some guy in Vancouver has it. Passes it back. They're making their way through the neutral zone now.
Net empty?
No, net. Oh, yep, they just pulled the goalie.
Pulled the goalie. So
Nashville gets it back in their corner. Nashville tries to chip it out. They can't get it out. Scrum down low in the corner. Nashville has it. Still nothing happening. They're just ticking away the time down here. Vancouver passes it up, but they pass it out of the O-zone.
Of course,
Vancouver comes back, picks it up.
Nashville
has it now. Oh, and they missed the empty netter.
Oh, man. Are you just watching this?
Vancouver has it in their zone.
Are you just watching this on NHL.com or on... Oh, you're actually watching it. Okay.
But Sportsnet Plus.
How's the...
Vancouver dump and chase. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, Nashville from their own zone at empty netter.
Who scored the empty netter?
20 seconds left. Who is that guy? Nyquist. Gustav Nyquist.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So bearing stack corrections, can we can't really call this one. Because you get six for the win for Saros.
Five for the win, which will put Dirty Dancers at 4-13.
And we're at 4-12 and a half. We can't fucking call this.
Might have to wait for the Democrats to give Nick an extra shot blocker.
This is going to come.
An extra shot
this is absolutely coming down to the wire because Quinn Hughes was on the ice for that empty net, so you got a minus, I think. No, you don't get a minus for an empty net, right?
Thank you. I think you do.
Oh, do you?
I think you do. It's penalty kill. You don't get a minus.
Man, Canucks lost to the Nashville Predators. They were like one of the worst teams in the league this year. Brutal. That's what I'm talking about.
JT had 409. And then it went down to 408.
And then you never know if they're gonna give Pierre-Luc Dubois a shot, or they're gonna take a shot away from him. UC Saros could have another save here too, right?
Could, yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to call this and then regret it after, or do you want to?
Oh well, I think we'll give it to Dirty Dancers. I mean, wake up in the morning, see if it changes. Could still stack correct, but I think that's the only way.
So, guys, final score. This subject to change, but we're gonna call it here. Dirty Dancers with a crucial live on the podcast. Shout out to Yanks play-by-play opportunities there. Yeah, I just love how you here's a guy, Vancouver guy, Nashville guy. That was really clutch. You're one of the best. You're one of the best in the business, Yanks, for your play-by-play, and we're just so happy that you're able to break down that game for us live on the pod.
Just realized starting it because I'm watching on my phone. I can't see the numbers. I have no idea who these people, who they are.
No, not bad.
Shit.
No, you did all right.
I tried to come up with the first guy's I tried to come up with the first guy's name. I'm like, oh shit, can't do it. I've got a Vancouver guy coming up here.
You're on your phone too, so you can't really see the back of the jerseys or the numbers that well, or you don't really know your numbers totally on the McElantern takes the win. Or no, sorry, Dirty Dan. I believe this is Dirty Dance's first ever win against McElantern as well.
Well, that's big.
I believe I am right on that. Let's go, Dirty Dancers to McElantern. No, sorry, 3-7 now. But yeah,
Still gets the win today.
Yeah. Good.
Now both guys are 3-3.
3-3 on the season. Dirty Dancer. He's won 3 in a row. Dirty Dancers.
Some say hottest team in the league if you don't count Gator.
Yeah, if you don't count Gator. No, but seriously, it's all because of Ovechkin. It 100% is. The last 3 weeks, it's been an Ovechkin show. Just absolutely incredible. We're witnessing history. Alexander Ovechkin. Right on. I guess we can head into our matchup reviews. Right?
Previews?
Yeah, previews. Holy shit! Are you actually fucking serious?
We'll save this one to the end.
Okay, man, motherfucker, dude. Give me an easy one.
Leave that one to the end.
Yeah, I'll leave that one to the end. Okay. Are you ready, Dash One? Are you ready, West Coast Express? We're heading into a big matchup. We got the 1-5 West Coast Express taking on the now 2-4 the Dash Ones. Once labeled as the prodigal team, the prodigal child of this league, now has lost 4 in a row. You got the hottest team in the league, West Coast Express. Who's winning? Who's going home? This is the first ever matchup they've obviously ever played in their entire life together. So this is real big. Dash One needs a win. West Coast Express needs a win. This is going to be a grudge match. Yags, who you got?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. You got the coldest team in the league. You got the hottest team in the league. You got to roll with Gator. He's on a roll now.
Yeah.
The wins are just going to start piling in. Dash One, I mean, you can't bet on him right now. You can definitely bet on Gator right now. Hottest team in the league.
Yeah.
I'm going with Gator.
Hell yeah,
West
brother.
Coast Express.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take Dash One. It's the first time I'm not taking Gator this year. Believed in him, but I helped him get it. I helped Gator get his first up. I brought you into this world. I can take you out. Dash One, you're taking care of business, and you got to get out of this funk you're in right now.
He certainly does, but it's not happening this week. Running into a buzzsaw.
Next matchup, we got probably the second hottest team in the league. One of the I mean, he's been on a bit of a heater. Miners Millions taking on the old Larry Love. The 0-6 Larry Love. Brutal team. Nothing much to say about this. All-time record, Larry Love actually has it at 5-3. It's looking like it's going to be about 5-4. I'm taking Miners Millions.
That's because you got no balls.
Yeah. Sure, that's exactly what it is.
We've seen 0-5 Gator get his first win last week. We're going to see 0-6 Larry Love get his first win this week. And take a little wind out of Miners Millions sales. Going with Larry Love. He's going to turn on. We can't have a team winless this far into the season. Come on, boys. Larry, get her done.
Yeah, buddy. You're right on that. but you're not right on who's going to win. Myers Millions takes it. The Jack-O-Lantern versus the Flyhammer, the first ever showdown between these two teams. Flyhammer looking awfully not great at all. Jack-O-Lantern obviously calling off of that loss, bearing stat corrections versus Dirty tough loss, man. That sucks. That's worse than my loss. You came right down to the wire. And the way we're looking at it, the way our computers work, it's about a point. The way we're adding up right now with that matchup that he just lost was 0.5 points, right?
Yeah, half a point.
Half a point. This could go either fucking way. But it's about half a point. It could be a tie. But anyways, we're counting as a loss. We'll see what the Democrats do overnight. But Jack-O-Lantern, he's got to win this. Flyhammer, he's got to win this. These teams are both 3-3 actually right now currently. So maybe even on paper. Who knows? Who you got?
I'm gonna go Jack-O-Lantern on this one. I mean, they're both 3-3 teams. It's kind of two different tales of how they got there, though. I feel more confident in Jack-O-Lantern right now. Flyhammer's got to get it together. You can't play Larry Love every week.
Yeah. No. I'm going to have to take Flyhammer because I got the balls. I think Flyhammer, taking on the old champ, the reigning champion of this league. He's got to set his precedent in this league. He's going to, really turn it around this week, and I really believe in this. And I'm not bullshitting you at all. Flyhammer with the win.
Next one.
Rototiller, pickled peppers. These guys have a bit of history going back, right? I believe these guys have.
They probably played each other a few times.
Let me see if I can whip what their season series is. So Rototiller right there. Holy, actually. Am I right here? Holy, look at this. No, that's Hipsters and Hoes. Sorry. Pickled Peppers. I'm looking there. Rototiller is 3-4 against Pickled Peppers all time. So these guys played 7 times. I feel like they've had really good matchups in the past. But obviously Pickled Peppers with the edge on the all-time record. This is going to be basically a Pickled Peppers beating on old Rototiller. I mean, Rototiller's a fraud, man. It's Fraudotiller. That's nothing more to say. I mean, we both started 4-0. We're both 4-2 now, but his 2 losses have looked a lot worse than my losses, and he's just the ultimate fraud. And Pickled Pepper's going to take care of business here.
See, that's where you're wrong. Rototiller's back. He's back in business. Yeah, he lost a couple games, but he's back, and he's gonna take down Pickled Peppers. He's gonna be firing on all cylinders now. You think he's gonna make it happen, buddy? Just gotta believe.
Yep. Sure thing, Yags.
You know it.
No, I think Rototiller, he's dead in the water. Pickled Peppers takes us for sure. Okay, next matchup, we got Dirty Dancers, the Death Show. Dirty Dancers, we got too many hot teams in the league here. Dirty Dancers just busted a nut, and he's 3-3 now. He was at 1.0-3. We were kind of talking about him being kind of shitty at one point, but also like he could get a couple wins here and there. Looks like he's got 3 wins in a row now. So taking on the Dust Show. The Dust Show, we just talked about him. Yeah, he's very could go any way with Dust Show. he's always going to put a good foot forward. And so this is going to be I think this is going to be a good matchup. It's going to be similar opponent that Dirty Dancers had with Mac-O-Lantern last week. And I think the score is going to be fairly close as well. Who do you got?
Yeah, this should be a good close one as well. A lot of variables in it. I feel like both teams have a bit of up and downness to them, where they can look pretty good and they can look not so good.
Yeah.
From week to week kind of thing. It's a tough one to call, but I'm gonna go Dirty Dancers.
Yeah.
He's good three game win streak. Maybe he's
ride the hot hand.
Maybe he's getting that rhythm established. Be nice if he did because he's got a good team. If he gets that rhythm set up and going, then he can start knocking people down.
Yeah.
Maybe he's set up to that where he can just start knocking them down.
Right on. Yeah. No. I like this. This is like this type of matchup is like what. It's a thrill to watch. It's what makes it fun. It's like Mac-O-Lantern versus Dirty Dancers last week. That's comes down to the wire, and this is going to be like one of those. And Dust Show, I think he can come out on top on this one. Dirty Dancers, yeah, he's starting to roll, but I mean, slow your roll, Dirty Dancers. You're not winning more than 3 in a row here. Dust Show, he's 3-3. He usually ends up being a little bit above 500 hockey, so I think he maintains that level of play, and I think he takes care of business and stops Dirty Dancers in his tracks. So that's who I'm picking.
Fair enough. Next one we got 3-3 sitting in limbo, and we got 2-4 hipsters and hoes. Battle of the frauds, some are saying.
Yeah, but hipsters and hoes was never good this year. Maybe we just put higher expectations on him. He was scoring really good points against really good teams, and then he's been scoring a little bit lower since then. So I think we kind of had an over expectation of him at one point.
So coming in below expectations.
Fraud, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I kind of talked myself into calling him a fraud there.
Walk like a duck and talk like a duck.
Yeah, no.
You working first?
Sitting in limbo there, right? He's also a fraud too.
Exactly, have fun with this one.
We got more frauds in this league than we got non-frauds.
That's kind of how it works. Everyone's a fraud until you prove you're not.
Yeah. I keep kicking my monitor, so I don't know if I kick my power cord that's connected, so like my screen goes black, and I don't know. The podcast might have cut out for like 2 seconds there, just so you guys know it earlier. But so I didn't hear what you said for the last like 5 seconds or whatever. Are you talking about frauds?
Stop unplugging your computer.
Yeah, I know.
It's that simple.
It's a good thing I'm not unplugging my computer, and I'm only unplugging the monitors and all the equipment. But it seems like it's all intact still, so should be all right. I just get all excited and I get antsy when I'm talking. People probably who are watching this on Spotify see myself getting antsy because I'm always constantly moving. But yeah. No. Anyways, on this matchup, you got 2 frauds. Who should I pick? Like this is like the fraud versus the fraud, right? To unfraud themselves, would you unfraud them?
No.
I think we can unfraud them for a week. The winner of this is unfrauded for a week. Come on, give him that. Give him something to play for.
All right, I'll give him a week.
Yeah, give him the week. So this is the fraud matchup of the week. City in Limbo versus Hipsters and Hoes. Prove us wrong. For the week, buddy, I'm gonna go with Hipsters and Hoes. Sorry, Jensen, buddy, I'm taking Hipsters and Hoes to take you down. He's 2-4 right now. You're 3-3. I like to see a little bit more parity. So it'd be nice to see Hippos and Hose take a win and make that middle of the pack just like so much more harder to deal with.
So the winner gets to be not a fraud for a week, right?
Yeah.
So since these teams are both frauds, I'm calling for a tie this week.
Oh man, imagine.
So they keep,
imagine.
So they get to keep being it for sort of long because they both are, and knowing that one of them, because they can't become not frauds, so they're gonna tie. I probably no. There's no way this is the first time I've predicted a tie. I've definitely done it before, but I'm doing it again. I'm calling for a tie.
I could see a tie.
This is a tie kind of matchup.
This is a very tie-y matchup for sure. Aho, let's go versus Keeper Hardly Knower. Keeper Hardly Knower scored a bunch of points last week. Aho, let's go, scored more. Can Aho carry that over another week? Can Keeper Hardly Knower's team keep going? Keep on keeping.
But yeah, this is a pretty darn good matchup. I mean, Aho obviously good. The keepers look pretty good this year as well. He's gonna put the pressure on Aho this week. It's not gonna be a.
Without looking at the standings, I'm pretty sure Keeper Hardly Knower might jump to. I think he might jump past me.
I think he jumps past both you and Rototiller.
Yeah, so
and he'd be the second seed.
Yeah, so that's why these are the top two teams in the league playing against each other right now. So it's good. It's a good test for Aho as well. Aho's obviously probably going to win, but Keeper Hardly Knower, he's got a really good chance of beating him. I compare this a lot to when I played Aho a couple weeks ago. Yeah, Aho's probably going to win, but if you just put your best foot forward, play like you played against me. You got these two guys, so this is a nice thing. You got two guys here that are really on it with the goaltenders. They're able to add goaltenders on off days. So these two guys, they're going to be fighting for goaltenders, and you're not going to have to worry so much for the guy you're facing being able to add goaltenders. These are two guys right here that are really good at maximizing their rosters.
Should be a good one all the way through.
Yeah, Keeper Hardly Knower. You go. You. I took the last one first, so you pick here. I have a feeling I know who it's going to be.
Do you now? Because I'm going Keeper Hardly.
I knew it. I could entice you to take. Yeah.
This is where it's going to happen, man. I mean, Aho's good, but he's not invincible. Keeper can definitely do it. He can definitely get the job done anyway. Rooting for it to happen.
100%. It's not. Yeah. Aho can put up point. Aho put up over 500 points last week. Can he put up over 500 again? Who knows? But Keeper Hardly Knower, especially with McGeesmeister on his team, the sky's the limit, right? He's also got Connor Hellebuck on his team. He's got a good team. Aho, let's go. I got to take you, buddy. Easy one, just for the sake of the pod. And picking opposites, we're taking Aho. I feel like I did a speech thing. I'm happy to take Aho. I got a good chance of taking Aho. So, yeah.
Always got a good chance to take him, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you gotta go for the underdog. I respect it. I respect it for sure.
And it's one where you can take whoever's playing Aho, and you have an actual good chance. You can actually feel confident about taking it.
Yeah. Right.
We got one more matchup to talk about.
Yeah, buddy.
We left it for the end.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip off an ad read before we do this one. All right, buddy.
Go for it.
So the matchup of the week is brought to you by A&W. Hey, Burger Boys. Are you tired of your fantasy team being as effective as a goaltender wearing a blindfold? Do you want to take your league from meh to MVP Well, grab your skates because A&W is here to power up your fantasy hockey experience. Join our join our Burger Boys Fantasy League, where the only thing thicker than the ice is our delicious root beer. Picture this, you, your buddies, and a virtual ice rink filled with laughter, trades, and more puns than a dad at a barbecue. Whether you're a rookie or a seasoned pro, our league has it all. Draft strategy, we've got the secret sauce. Player stats, like a side of crispy fries. We serve them hot and fresh, and remember, folks, if your fantasy team flops, just blame it on the frozen tundra. I'm not going to read this part because it's stupid. So come on down to A&W and join. I didn't prove.
Having a problem reading there, buddy?
No, I've been ripping some chat GPT, but I don't read them beforehand, so this does not apply at all. But just come on down to A&W and grab burgers.
Yeah, stop outsourcing that kind of stuff, bud.
Well, I'm not gonna rip off. I'm not gonna write all these things. This one wasn't. This one I should have proofreaded this one for sure. All right, our matchup.
Some say
Mano y
biggest
mano.
matchup of the year.
It is.
Biggest matchup of the year so far.
It's always fun doing a podcast matchup against the host.
It is, yeah.
Let me see what our all-time record is. Oh man, wow! What an all-time record we have against each other. Do you know what it is? Have I told you?
I have no idea. The way you're talking about it sounds like you have the edge.
I have a playoff edge. We're 5-5 all time. 10 regular season matchups. I beat you once in the playoffs.
Ooh, so you do got the edge.
This is a doozy.
This is a big one.
This is what I mean. This is why we're crowning this the matchup of the week. Is me and you
realistically, Avo and Keeper is the matchup of the week, but
Yep.
it's our podcast. So
it's our podcast, yeah. So we're gonna talk about it. I'm coming off of 2 losses in a row. You're at 3-3. You did what? You won. You lost 2 in a row, and then you won 2 in a row, and then you lost 1, and then no. I forget what you're at. You start off 2-0, right? But you're creeping back. You did lose 1 last week before last week, right? Anyways,
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so your team's just starting to find its flavor. My team had a bit of an outburst at the start of the year, and it got me all fired up, thinking I was the best. But now I've been kind of humbled with 2 losses in a row, sitting at 4-2. So coming into this, 3-3, 4-2. This matchup probably doesn't get. It probably is going to be one of the closer matchups I can see. Obviously, I haven't. Usually at this time, I can kind of look forward, look ahead, and see. I didn't even know we were playing, to be honest with you.
Oh, I knew, buddy.
Oh, you had it circled, eh? See, I'm a one matchup at a time kind of guy. I had my hands full with the last week, so this one I'm gonna be after the pod. I'll have to figure out some things and see where we're looking. But you've got preparation time, I guess, because you played Rototil, you had a bye week, right? So that's a tough one for me. You had a bye week, and I come off of a grueling matchup versus Keeper Harley Knower that I didn't even close out. So, she's tough. This hasn't been easy. Yeah, I haven't had an easy one so far this year, and it's wearing on me, buddy. And now I gotta go and grind out another week here, grind out another win, get back on the win horse. And the one thing with my teams, I was calling my players, I was calling them all out, like Keller, all these guys, like all of them are not doing as good as they should be doing. So I'm hoping that means that they're all going to be doing good at the same exact time, and hopefully it's this week versus you. But my team's got to get its shit in gear. It's got a tough matchup coming up versus you, Yikes. But I'm gonna Messier guarantee that I'm gonna fucking take you down.
Cool.
And it's gonna
guarantee.
And it's gonna be handled swiftly. And yeah, buddy, this is one of the easiest wins I'm gonna ever have. Zero stress on my end.
You should went into this whole thing about how you were stressed. And now you're zero stressed, buddy.
Buddy, I'm so stress free. Because I know I'll just walk you, buddy. You're dust.
Sure, buddy.
You're fucking dust. I'm drinking coffee stronger than you, buddy. Like,
realize that. So you're coming off 2 losses in a row, right?
yeah, it's time to turn the ship.
And now you're running into the hottest team in the league, excluding Gator. What do you think's gonna happen, buddy?
Yeah, a nice easy win for me, probably.
This matchup's gonna be over by Wednesday. You're gonna be crying again. You're not gonna want to do the show next week.
Probably not. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. We're not gonna do the show next week because one of us is gonna lose.
No show next week.
No show next week.
But no, you already know who I'm taking in this one.
Myself. I know. You're taking me. I would too. I would too.
This is a my team's back kind of week. Since I won, so my team's back. I'm winning. You're dust. You're absolute shit. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You have no idea what the fuck you're doing. This is going to be over quickly.
You say I don't.
Another win for the Eggs.
You say that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That might be right, but that doesn't mean that I'm not just gonna wipe the floor with you, buddy. Because I'm gonna win, and even if I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, it's gonna be an easy win. That's how dust your team is, that I can just walk over you even though I don't know what I'm doing.
Buddy, have you looked in the mirror recently? Your team is fucking atrocious.
Might be atrocious, but it's good enough to beat your team.
You don't believe that.
Oh,
are
yeah.
you trying to convince me, or are you trying to convince yourself?
I'm not trying to convince anyone, buddy. I just know. This is a foregone conclusion that my team is just gonna freaking wipe the floor with your team. You're gonna be crying. We're not gonna do a podcast next week, and that's gonna be the fact about it.
Well, we're not doing a pod next week because you're going to be so sad after losing. The Jaeger Krenz show will be alive and well. We'll be flying the flag again. The Jaeger Krenz show will be back. The Democrats can't steal this one for you. We're going to be watching the polls. We're going to be watching the ballots. There's going to be no Democrat bullshit in the middle of the night. America has said they've had enough of you, Braden. And your inflation, you're going down, buddy. 4 more years. Make fantasy hockey great again.
Buddy, it's going to be a good one. It'll be good. Like, in all seriousness, it'll be a good matchup. But when I seen...
fucking won't. I'm going to dog walk you.
No, buddy. Oh, I can't wait to just prove it. I just can't wait. I can't wait to just do this podcast by myself next week. It's going to be awesome.
You're going to wait a long time, buddy.
It's going to be awesome. All right, buddy. We're running out an hour 43. You want to rip up some puck doku, get this thing over with?
Might as well.
All right, for the listeners, for if you're watching, you can obviously see what's going on. But vertical axes, we got the. I usually do the horizontal first, don't I? We got Anaheim Mighty Ducks, Dallas Stars, Detroit Red Wings on the horizontal, and then we got on the vertical axis. We got the team of the podcast. We're a Leaf-based podcast. We got the Leafs. We requested Puck Doku to do this for us. Calgary Flames, and a goalie. So
Goalie, just name a goalie that played for that team.
okay, are you gonna rip it or no?
You go first, buddy.
Let's go. Calgary. Oh man, I hate the pressure of going first. You go first.
All right, I'm gonna go Dallas Stars goalie Roman Turek.
I'll go Detroit Red Wings goaltender Ty Conklin.
I don't know. Do I take the last goalie spot?
Do whatever you need to do.
I might as well. Goaltender Anaheim. Hell Shalantenkov.
4%.
That was way more percentage than I thought he was going to be.
Like, I don't even know that name, to be honest with you. I don't remember him, and I'm surprised it was 4%.
You don't remember Mikhail Shalantenkov?
No.
Casual.
Calgary Flames, Detroit. Oh man, did he play for? No, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. It's too easy. Toronto Maple Leafs. Shout out to he just I don't know why I'm doing this one, but just because it's the biggest Leaf news of the week. Hakanapakana, the guy that made his debut with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yanni Hakanpää?
Yeah. 4%, baby. Let's go. I was up for just because he just did his debut. I think that's why.
Where do I want to go now? Do we got to do all the Leafs next?
No. Just do what you got to do.
To figure out what I want here. Screw it. I can't think of a better one. Calgary, Dallas, Joe Nieuwendyk. Yeah, 23.
I wonder what Jerome McGinley was. Or no, Jerome never. He never suited up for Dallas. He was in that
played for Dallas.
He was in that trade though, wasn't he?
Yeah. It was Nieuwendyk for McGinley straight up.
Yeah.
I figured I'd get a few less percent just because it was so long ago.
Yeah, 23. That was one of the biggest things with them though. Like the biggest, like that's why I went Jerome McGinley when I was thinking of that, and I was like, oh, that's too easy. But then now that we talked about it, I don't think he ever suited up for Dallas. Toronto Maple Leafs, Anaheim Ducks. I'm gonna rip off friend of the show, Joffrey Lupul. Oh, 11%.
Yeah, not bad. Leafs is tough because everybody is so well known.
Yeah. I wish it was Calgary, and Toronto, and you could pick like one from them, because I would Dion, man.
I just thought, never mind. I got LA and Anaheim mixed up. Could have ripped.
Dion.
Yeah, what was it? Oh fuck! I didn't name. Oh yeah, there we go. Toronto, Detroit, Joe Murphy. Or no, was it Larry? I think it was Larry. Yeah, I think it was Larry Murphy.
Oh, there you go. 5%. Okay, what do I got here? Calgary, Anaheim. Calgary, Detroit. I gotta go with the. Oh no, let me do something. I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. Mike Vernon, Detroit, Calgary. Shout out to Vernon.
You are right. I did have that one in the brain.
Okay, I didn't realize it was going to be 28%. The other one I was going to go with was Anthony Mantha.
I feel like that's probably the next one on the board.
Yeah, but I was thinking because Mantha's he's played only like a week and then he got injured for Calgary. So
Calgary, Anaheim. I'm pretty sure this is right.
Rob Niedermeyer. I was thinking the whole time about Rob Niedermeyer, and I was like, no, he didn't play for Calgary. I was just thinking of that, and I was like, so you got it.
You did.
Yeah. I probably would have guessed
Good game.
Rob Niedermeyer. We did actually finally complete. It's been a while since we've completed a Puck Doku board.
Yeah, we didn't miss any.
Yeah. Right on.
I haven't submarined any games of Puck Doku by trying to go super left field.
Yeah, you could have. I feel like so much more goaltenders we could have looked at. Go look at. I just want to see some of the goaltenders that we could have had that played any. Ryan Miller would have been. Ilya Bryzgalov would have been a good one for Anaheim.
He would have been a good one.
Freddie Anderson, Victor
Wow.
Jonathan Bernier,
Leafs legend.
James
Oh,
Ray Emery.
fuck. We missed.
Oh,
everybody.
dude, you missed Barbs, bro.
I was trying to remember. I couldn't remember if he actually played a game for Anaheim. For some reason, I was second guessing myself.
He was only there for a cup of coffee, wasn't he?
Yeah, just a cup of coffee.
Curtis McElhinney would have been a good one for Calgary, Anaheim.
Oh, I could have ripped Jeff Delorier. That's like Dallas goalie.
Tim
Timmy
Thomas. Yeah, Anthony Niemi, Braden Holtby. A couple of recent ones.
Caesar Managio. Maniago.
Many moons ago. Mike Smith. That's funny that Mike Smith was only a 1.6%. He was in Dallas for like 3 seasons, wasn't he?
He wasn't there that long.
No? Oh, okay.
Yeah, all remember him as an Oilers legend.
Jack Campbell, Dallas, Toronto legend.
Also Oilers legend.
Yeah. Manny Fernandez. Oh, Johan Hedberg too. Andrew Raycroft. Oh man.
Missed so many good ones.
Just the backups that are there for a cup of coffee that you don't remember, like Corey Hirsch.
Definitely some good ones. Detroit, there's got to be some good ones. They always
have dudes. Manny Legacy.
Cujo down at 2%. That's nuts.
Jim Rutherford.
Oh, Bob Essence, I had that in there too.
Joey McDonald. Remember when he was like the next best thing out of Detroit?
No, that was Tom McCullum.
Oh, sorry. Joey McDonald was just a backup for a couple of years, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was just there. Oh, Billy Ranford. Kenny
Holland. Kenny Holland.
Kenny Money.
Pride of Vernon, BC.
Oilers legend, Kenny Money.
Right on, boys. Well, this was another podcast. Thank you for listening. Good luck if your name is not Yarmer Yager. It's going to be a hell of a week. It's going to be it's a fun-filled week. Make sure you grab your A&W berries. And yeah,
I think I'm gonna go and eat A&W every day this week.
Just to like. I mean, if you feel you need to get that extra edge, go do it, because I know I'm curb stomping you this week. So, like, you just do your thing. Do your thing.
If I'm ripping A&W 7 days a week,
might still not be enough. Might still not be enough.
But yeah, I might clear you by like 800 points if I do that.
Buddy, this is enough. I'll talk to you next week when you're not on the pod. And it's just me doing a solo pod, Bill Burr style. I just sit here and I just talk.
When you're not on the pod because you lost and you're sad and you're raking leaves.
Buddy, leaves are already raked. They're already bagged. I'm fucking ready for this matchup. I'm ready for this matchup. And
be as ready as you want. Are you ready to lose?
No, because that's just not in the vocabulary, right? Okay,
well, you should grab a dictionary and go to lose, because you're gonna need it by next week. You got homework.
You have a dictionary,
homework, young man.
All right, fuck it. Let's wrap this up. Have a good night, boys. Fuck you, Jaeger.
Fuck you, Braden.